Alright, so we have my Elite Force Glock 17. This is looking at the Warriorland crossbow MA1 light laser system. Pretty solid. And we'll go over all the features and details of this particular system and if it's right for you. Obviously, we're going to break this out the box before we actually even start talking about it. Will it fit a Safariland? No, it's more built like a TLR 8, TLR 7 or 8, but it's kind of fat boy, so you're not going to be able to stick this on a Glock and put this in a Safariland holster. It's just not going to work because of that laser that is on underneath there. Let's go ahead and look at the fitment for the other thing that was provided. So we have the Warriorland 104 weapon sight laser WSL, or weapon laser sight 104G. This is going to slide over like that, and you are going to get with this a particular IWB holster. So you guys will see this a lot in the concealed carry gameplay and the low vis gameplay that I'm going to be doing and bringing to the channel. And also when we start running like Civ 4 and we're running Civilian Force MSW or other events that allow a form of role play, you'll see a lot of this being used in that scenario. So here is, like I said, Elite Force Glock 17 Gen 4. This is a 1-to-1 replica of a Glock 17 going inside a custom fitted Glock 17 or Glock 17 style IWB holsters. So that's what it'll look like with the laser sight on there. You get solid fitment. It's nice and flush, nice and tight. You will have to do your own tweaking of the retention tabs or the retention screws to get that perfect fit just for you, so you can have that easy draw and easy use out, and so you can get it back in and out how you want to see fit. But that's about it. Now what we're going to do is going to bring all of this back to the table, and we're going to talk about everything about the MA1 and the 104G, and we're just going to kind of like break it out on the box and literally start from the beginning fresh and just break everything open. So let's get to that. Alright, so we have on the table the Warriorland WLS 104G along with their custom Kydex holster for the Glock series of pistols. As we open the box, I'll go ahead and let you know what's in it. We're just going to kind of do an unboxing, and then we'll talk about the overall features and the overall initial impressions, and then we'll talk about holster fit. We'll talk about fitment with various forms of Glocks. So, the Warriorland, let's go and get the box open first. So it's presented in a very, very nice box. They make sure that they have their logo all over the place. You know exactly what you're getting. The box is nice. It's good. It's something that I would keep just to keep because of how quality the box is. It has their logo front and back, and looks very, very nice. It has their both in English, Espanol, and PT. It has their Portuguese. It has their full way of their mission, and it kind of just lets you know. So Warriorland is we'll say laser light holster company for pistols in both the firearm space, and they're also wanting to market towards the airsoft space as well. They both have IWB and OWB holsters. And they provided this holster for use in airsoft training configuration. And this is actually an IWB holster. And I talked about concealment setups and things like that eventually at one point in time. This is going to be ran in a more concealment style environment. You guys will get concealment like concealed carry style gameplay and stuff like that. Where I do more low vis kits. So in the box you get the holster itself. You have both right-handed configurations and left-handed configurations. Myself being a right-handed shooter, having the right-handed configuration. If you this is an IWB, it comes with one singular clip here, and it's kind of at a canted slant there. I don't have the current specs on the type of mold kydex they use, the actual thickness of it, but it does feel somewhat between like 0.75 and 0.83, but we don't know. I don't know for sure. And included in this package also is their laser. So this is the actual laser system that you are essentially paying for. This is the actual laser system that you're essentially paying for, along with the holster. You're getting this at about roughly $70. That's both on their website and on their Amazon store. So also in the box, you're going to get 2 CR1/3N batteries. I already have one installed here, so I can demonstrate what the laser does and how it functions. And you're going to also get a manual as well. So you're getting the Weapon Laser Sight 1G, and this is custom made for the Glock 17, Glock 19 Gen 3 through 5, as well as the Glock 23, 31, 32 Gen 3 through 4, and the Glock 19X 45 and 44. Basically, it's just a light, compact laser for better shooting performance, and to be kind of, especially when you're carrying it in a concealed position, it's to be a little bit more discreet as opposed to carrying something like a X300. So in comparison, that's what the X300 looks like, a Surefire X300, in comparison to something like the warriorland WLS 1G. The laser sight works really great. So it's a 5 milliwatt laser. You get a class 3 laser. It's a class 3R, I believe, 5 milliwatt laser. If you guys can see that off the wall there, I'll just kind of point it down here a little bit. It activation switches on both sides, so when it's on the pistol, you can turn it on and off on both sides. It looks like it's friction mounted as opposed to screw mounted, so I believe it'll just fit in the grooves as soon as you lock the pistol into place. So the kydex holster is also included in the package. So everything you get in the package is going to be, one, the laser sight itself. You're going to get a custom made kydex holster that fits the laser with a Glock that I mentioned previously of your choice, both real steel and airsoft. If airsoft would be 1-to-1, they will, if it's 1-to-1 like a Elite Force Glock or something that's like GHK or VFC Glock, if even some WeTex Glocks, if they're 1-to-1, they're going to fit in this particularly well. You do have the ability to actually adjust the level of retention. So if your Glock frame's a little bit fatter, you can kind of adjust that level, and you'll do that here on these two here. You kind of adjust the level of retention there. Also in the box, you're going to get a 2 CR130 batteries, but it does take the CR44 batteries as well, so you can do double stack those to fit inside of here. And that's going to allow you to be able to power the laser itself. So if you don't want to buy the CR13Ns, you can buy the CR44s, and you can just double stack those and use the button batteries, and it'll still have the same effect of that. You're going to get 1 wrench for laser adjustment, as well as 2 cotton swabs. I have the cotton swabs actually in here, but they come in here. You're going to get 2 cotton swabs for cleaning, and then you're going to get 1 user manual, and you're going to get 1 waterproof ring and 1 label. So you're going to get all the things that you need to keep this up to par. Let me take it out of here. You're going to get all the things that you need to keep it up to par. We'll talk about this here in a second and compare it to that as well. But you're going to get everything you need to keep it up to par. Other than that, you're pretty for $70 for roughly $70. You're going to be getting yourself a compact pistol laser sight as well as a custom Kydex IWB or over OWB holster, depending on which one you order, and make sure that you're ordering it left hand or right hand, so you can get everything that you need. A cool feature about the laser sight itself is the power button here. So when you turn it on, it's going to be green. Oh, guys can see that clearly. But when you're, and that's going to be green if the battery level is 70 to 100% when you turn it on. That is going to actually flash blue and kind of light up blue if the battery level is at 20 to 70%. And then green again when it's at 0 to 20%, and that means you can just kind of throw in fresh batteries, etc., etc., and that will let you know as soon as you click it on where your battery is going to be at, and give you a solid indicator of what's going on. So you know that if it's green, you put a fresh battery in, and it's green, it's at 70 to 100. Blue, it's between 20 and 70, and then you know that if it's the battery's been in for a long time or it's an older battery, it's going to be also green as well, being another indicator. I wish they would have made that a different color, but it is what it is. We only can use what we got. So like I said, you have that ambidextrous tap switch for the laser itself, so that you can use it accordingly to whatever hand you want to use it for. And then you also it's also has an operating temperature of -4 degrees Fahrenheit to plus 131 degrees Fahrenheit, being useful for all conditions and environments. I believe it does have an IP66 rating, because I know that their pistol light has an IP66 rating. So I'm just assuming that the laser sight is also going to have an IP66 rating. But as I was saying, it is a Class 3R laser that is going to have a 5 milliwatt power output. Other than that, when you order the Warriorland WLS, keep the box, because the box looks nice, so just keep the box. But when you order the WLS 104G, you're going to get a 1-year warranty on that with the full 24/7 customer service. So now we're going to slide this out the way and talk about the light and kind of give a brief rundown on the light, what comes in the box, etc., etc. Some stuff I have already opened some of this stuff, so what I have in here sometimes is going to correlate with that as well. Obviously, we have the Surefire X300 to kind of show exactly what it looks like in comparison to a Surefire, and yeah. So you see here, this goes for the laser. So you get the waterproof ring, and you get the 2 tabs. You get the 2 picks for the laser, and these stuff. We'll talk about that right now. So as you see me pull out the box, we have the Crossbow MA1 Universal Tactical Light. They have various models for various pistol types. I run a Glock, primarily run a Glock or Glock type replicas. So this light is kind of custom tailored to fit and match the Glock profile, and have a Glock mount. But it does come with different mounts to switch depending on how you want to set it up, etc., etc. But it's a universal tactical light. This is going to have a rough price estimate of about $160 for this particular light. It's not only a light only, it's a light and laser system, which we'll go over the features and kind of the build quality here in a second, and kind of give you a basic rundown of what to expect with this particular light. So this one in particular is tailor-made, like I said, for the Glock 17 Alright, so forgive me on that one, a little bit of misinformation, it's a little late. This is the price tag on this is $120. Okay, so the price tag on this is $120. They do have variations that will come with IWB holsters that will roughly cost you about $160. That's what I was getting at, and they will come with the custom tailor-made IWB and OWB holsters that will fit this light. But I feel like this kind of, in comparison to like a Surefire X300, this kind of holds the same footprint or the same kind of format, you know, design of a TLR 8 or TLR 7 ish. So I'm pretty sure that if you have a holster that can fit the TR1 series, this will be just fine. We will test this on the Safariland and see if it'll fit the Safariland and if it'll fit in there. I highly doubt it, because it's, you know, kind of like an X300 Ultra style system here, like the newer X300s with the light and the laser. But we will always give it a shot. You know I'm going to try it. You know what I'm saying? So what does this particular light boast that other pistol lights may or may not have? You're going to get a high brightness and green laser combo. So I'll go ahead and briefly express that real quick. It boasts an 800 lumen light that reaches out to 137 meters. That's both the light and the laser, having a 137 meter beam. And the 510 to 530 millimeter or NM green laser runs up to about 15 hours. So you're going to get a solid runtime. Maybe the light is runtime's about 16 hours, and if you just run the laser alone, you're going to get about 60 minutes. And if you're going to get to running just the laser alone, you're going to get in the laser only section, like you flip it down here to the laser only, and you run the laser only, you can get a good solid 15 hours of runtime there. But if you're running getting a light and laser, it's going to be about 60 hours. Light on 60 minutes, light only about 60 minutes. So let's go ahead and confirm that. As we can see here, this is what it boasts. It boasts in mode 1 white LED light and white green laser. You're getting about 55 to 60 minutes, but in the green laser mode only, you're getting about 15 hours. So kind of like I was saying, the particular beam distance is boasting 137 meters. We'll test that eventually, because we have some other things to test as well, but we'll test that eventually in the actual situation. But other than that, you know, you're getting kind of like the similar capabilities of a Surefire X300, similar to lumens. I know this is about 800 to 1200 lumens. And I can get about a good 150 to 250 foot throw. It's just a basic 300 X300. So in comparison to these two, that's what they look like. So I'm gonna keep that on the table as I keep talking about this. It's supposed to have a solid and strong body. So the whole body, the Warriorland crossbow MA1. Rail mounted is constructed by the anodized machined aluminum. I don't know if it's 61 aircraft grade aluminum or if it's just basic aluminum. I'm hoping it's aircraft grade aluminum. At the price that you're paying for it, I will assume it's aircraft grade aluminum. But other than that, you're going to have a very strong and durable light that's going to hold up, you know, maybe as well as a $300 Surefire, or depending on where you got it from, $600 Surefire. But at the same time, you're going to be getting the weight of it. They feel roughly the same. This is a little heavier because it has a little bit more components inside of it than the Surefire itself. But it just has a little bit more components inside of it, and even with the batteries in there, they kind of roughly feel similar, if not the same. So like I was saying, the crossbow, the MA1 crossbow does boast the green laser, the white light, and you can just do the white light only or the green laser only, depending on whatever direction you want to go. It does come with the magnetic USB charging cable, which I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like here. You got to make sure that you are putting it on the right side, or it will not lock into place. It goes this way, connects that way, and it has an LED screen that shows you that it's charging. So once you have it set there, it's charging, you know that it is charging. When you buy the crossbow MA1, you're going to get a 1-year warranty as well as a 24/7 customer service benefit. When you open up the box, what you're going to get is the MA1 tactical light. You're going to get 6 rail keys to kind of adjust it to your pistol. You're going to get a multiple Allen keys, about 2 Allen keys, which you're going to get, or I think 1 Allen key, and then one of these goes to this one. So you're going to get 1 Allen key for this, and then you're going to get an Allen key for the laser sight itself. You're also going to get 1 mini screwdriver. Keep these because you never know what you might need it for. You're going to get 1 magnetic charging cable, and then you're going to get 1 user manual and a pretty box for everything inside of it. So, like I said, now we can bring everything to the table. So my initial impressions on just the initial, we'll keep that charging for right now, but my initial impressions on like just the overall taking out the box and receiving the package in the mail, it was very solid. The package itself was a little beat up. That's all on delivery. That's nothing on the that's nothing on Warriorland themselves. That's all on Amazon. Amazon roughed my box up. But even though Amazon roughed the box up, I did receive these very well packaged. Nothing was damaged, nothing was broken on the inside. And the boxes just look really pretty. I do like the packaging a lot. I'm definitely going to keep the packaging. I usually keep the packaging on most of my stuff anyway. But this here is just something that makes me want to keep the packaging even a little bit more because of how just like very well put together this is. Like these are like I like them. You know, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the guy that just I like good looking stuff. You know what I mean? So because I like good looking stuff, I'm going to keep that. But as you can see, in comparison to let me take you out the charger for a minute. In comparison to a X300. You can see all 3 of these in comparison to an X300. The light, very compact. The laser, very compact. The light itself has that TLR series style compactness, and then the Surefire 100's big bulky. You know, X300 is big bulky, but we know that packs a lot of lumens in that bad boy. So, like I said, this was sent to me by US Warriorland. I do plan on running this in like concealment kits and low vis scenarios and stuff like that. You guys will actually see gameplay of me running just the pistol and that kind of style of scenario. And you'll also see gameplays of me running a full kit low vis, like with the T-Rex arms ready rig, the IWB holster and all that kind of good stuff, and civilian gear. And I'll run that, give you guys gameplay on that. Obviously, we are going to fully test this light to make sure it's compatible, etc., with various with the Safariland holster and the Glock. And we're also going to test the compatibility of this as well with this, and we're going to kind of give micro adjustments and stuff like that as well. But in order to see that, you're going to have to press the subscribe button, because with that, I'll show that in like actual gameplay of me equipping that, putting that in the holster and stuff like that. We will have a testing phase that I'll probably put up, and I'll probably throw some targets up in the backyard, or we might do some stuff at the field when we're doing some team training, and I might just run a concealed carry setup and do it that way and kind of show you guys what it will look like and feel like. And yeah, that's about it. So my overall thoughts on it is, in comparison, you know, to, you know, something that's $100 to $300 to something that's $100 to something that's about $60 to $80, you are getting differences in performance and differences in looks and differences in the actual form factor, you know, from chunky boy to nice and small and compact, but still a little stubby, and then small as hell, you know. So other than that, that's about it. I don't want to like kind of talk your ear off. Expect a few more tabletop videos on this, because I'm going to come back and give a full performance evaluation on both the light and the laser. I'm also going to co-op on this with my boy Dusty with one of these, because you know I can't run both of them at the same time. So I'm going to have to co-op with a teammate of mine to make sure that these get done, and that, you know, we can kind of put these into full swing and see how they actually run in a situation. But other than that, like I said, if you're looking for solid IWB holsters, based off the information I gave you, based off of what you saw on the table, if you're interested in just based off this information, you can find the link in the description in the one-off product sponsors section. You can find the link in the description, and every time that you see this holster in use in gameplays or in a tabletop like this, that link will be presented in that particular section of the description. So other than that, like I said, if the information I provided you was just good enough, like, hey, that's all I need to know, I don't need to know anything else, and you want to purchase it, go for it. But like I said, this is just a simple unboxing overview, features, and my overall initial impressions just on the quality build and everything itself. Like I said, it feels like 7.5 to 8.3, 07.75 to 8.3. Could be a little thicker, it could be slightly a little thinner, but it feels solid so far, and I kind of have no complaints about it. But you guys will see this being fitted in actual use on the field in like a low vis concealment style loadout in the gameplays to come. So other than that, if you want to see that, hit the subscribe button. You know exactly what's going on. But if the information I gave you about the warriorland crossbow M1A, or the warriorland laser sight, what is it, the WSL 104G, going off the top of my head there, and their assortment of both IWB and OWB holsters. Not only do they make them to custom tailor them to fit their lights and lasers, but they also have a selection that are tailored for like TLR series of lights, and I believe I sent a couple X300 series in there as well. But if that's all the information you wanted for it, that link will be in the description below. Go ahead and support them, because I do appreciate them sending this out to me. Because like literally, now we're going to go on to a little ramble, because like literally 3 days before they hit me up about looking at this, I was already talking to like other teammates and friends about doing like a low vis concealment concealed carry style setups, because one thing that you've seen in some videos that we do, like we like to fight from our pistol to our rifle and like challenge ourselves on the field. We'll put our rifle in the middle of the field and we'll just fight to it. So in a situation like that, I'll be running my IWB holster, probably have my T-Rex arms ready rig on or something like that, and I'll fight to my main gun, etc., etc. Or if we're training and I just kind of want to just do some low vis, I'll just stick to my pistol. But you guys will see this in action not only at regular pickup games and team training, but you'll also see it in action at like future MSW and other events where I can do civilian role play and actually carry the concealed pistol. So I'm excited for it. I know you guys are, and if you want to see that, more of that in the actual holster in action, you gotta hit the subscribe button. That's the only way. But peace and blessings, and I appreciate Warriorland for sending this out to me. We'll have some more videos up on this as well, coming back in the future on like a performance evaluation, and then we'll have a lot of gameplays to come just with this particular but with these particular things on the pistol, running it and seeing how they actually perform in a force on force environment.